All right, I am on day 3 or 4 of breaking this thing down. I washed the carpets, got the seats out, washed those, floor mats, all that. I did some back to black on the trim. Kind of tried to spruce up the general insides. Today I am pulling out the ECU to install some heat shielding behind it that I got. Anything's better than nothing. And then I'm going to try to use the standoff kit, and I'm a little worried because the standoff kit might be too much to put in the passenger box, which I do want that in, so we'll see how it goes. Alright. I can't find a big enough socket wrench to take off the lower end of the seatbelt, so we're dealing with this at the moment, which is fine. Just a little annoying. I've already got the bolts out for this thing. We're gonna see if we can kind of support this a little bit. I don't want to let it dangle if I can help it. I'm honestly kind of scared to unclip it, so it's just gonna have to do its job there. So that's good that I found those then. These are kind of just in here. Okay. I don't know if this is standard or aftermarket or not, but we're going to move that out and put the heat shield there. Alright, let me put out a couple squares and stuff. I just got this stuff here. Should mold pretty well. I wonder what that clip is for. Probably something on the back. So there's these screw holes. Okay, so that's interesting. Alright, so here's the kit from Jeremy. And I believe it sits like that on it. Well, it would help if the light stayed on. Okay. So I think I just need to install strips perhaps, because I'm a little scared of covering up the screw holes. So the screws are quite long. Should be able to punch the holes out, honestly. I think it'll be fine. This fit. screws are. So the screw hole is not exact, but as long as I get an idea. So I'll get that squared off. Do I know what I'm doing? No. But, you know. We're learning as we go. So, that's how we do it. Also wondering if I should double up on this because the material is kind of thin, but if it works, it works. The edge up. I don't have the garage open right now because it's just my lunch break. Wondering if it might be easier to just go straight from up to down. It's scary sticking something down. Cover up those holes. We'll start in the middle. Oh, no. Doesn't have to be perfect. The goal is to just reduce the heat from the engine. And that's what we're going to do. Smells weird. All right. Again, hoping I'm not covering anything important. After this heat shielding is down, I'm going to start putting the car back together. Because I've got to practice driving this thing before Saturday because I'm getting tires in it on that day. There's a screw hole. Screw that in just a little bit. can punch through the material. Help if I screwed it the right way. Okay, that works perfect. There's the next one. There it is. Only got a 30-minute lunch, so one. And then where the heck was the other one? That's that clip. That's fine. Oh, the other one's right there. Okay. Now, standoff kit. It does come with screws as well, but I think the ones that I have are a little longer. I believe there's like a particular way that these fit on. That looks like that works. Okay. So the screw goes through that. Okay, I see how it works now. So we slip these onto here. Oh shit, do they go on particular ones? Maybe. Yeah. Okay. And last one. Come on. Alright, whole lines up. All of them. Okay, now that will bring that out a little bit, which will be perfect. Let's re-put in the jute. Okay, I see the issue now that we have with the jute being here. Alright, I'm gonna have to wait until after lunch probably to line that up proper. Now with the box, I don't know if that's gonna fit. I don't know if that's gonna fit or not. It's sticking out quite far. Maybe once we screw down the the ECU, we might have enough wiggle room then. Because the screws on this are really short. So I don't know. We'll mess with it. Because I really want the passenger box. I really like that have on there. I don't want the ECU just kind of floating on back there. I should probably put some heat shielding on the back of the box as well then. Alright, that'll be it for right now. So I got a little bit of done on the car. It is now in the front rather than parked in the garage. I did finish up with getting all of the stuff back in, minus the passenger seat, because on Saturday I've got a tire appointment to swap out the 2016 tires with the new tires. I replaced the J-nuts, basically the license plate connectors, the connectors that you use to screw in the license plate with. Mine were like rusted out. Really the only rusty thing that I've come across so far, which is good. And I've got temp plate on there now for 30 days while I wait for all the stuff from the dealership. I dropped off my back panel today at a shop. I'll probably go over more about the shop and all that once I actually get it back. I should get it back tomorrow, he said, so that was a surprise turnaround. I figured it'd be next week, but he's like, nah, I want to go ahead and get it done. Honestly, the shop was really funny, and I walked in, and it's kind of like this, like, not like a warehouse, but it's like a this like warehouse area of the area that I live in, and very hidden away little shop. It's like one room and just tons and tons of rolls of upholstery fabric and things of that sort, just kind of like on this upper shelf. One guy working there, his name is Martin also, which I thought was great. Guy looks like he's been doing it for like 50 years. So I definitely think he knows his stuff. When I brought it to him, he's like, oh, it's been replaced before. I'm like, okay, cool. I did not know that. So he showed me how it was like connected and on all of that. So he is going to stitch onto it another piece because he's got to remove the old one. And he said that some of the stitching was coming up already anyway, so it was needing to be repaired before it started leaking. So that was good. At first I was going to go to this boat place that was recommended, but when I called, they were a little bit, like, kind of rude in a way. So I decided not to go with them, even though technically they would have been, like, the cheaper option. But this guy was, like, $100 more, and I was fine with that, because the other place was a boat place, and this guy deals mainly with cars and has done convertible tops before. And he wasn't put off by the fact that he hadn't seen it before or anything like that. So that was good. So I'll pick up that tomorrow. I had two choices. I could get either the clear or I could get the smoke. And I went ahead and went with the smoke because it kind of gives a tinted look. There's no UV protection or anything on it. So I will need to look into some, like, I think the plastic restorer does actually help with that, so I'll have to look at the bottle and see. I'll just need to get into something for plastic, something to keep the plastic good for a long while rather than just letting it be naked free in the wild. So yeah, hope you enjoyed today's video. I know it was kind of all over the place, but next time I can hopefully show off my tires and maybe take you on a drive around the neighborhood as well.